hear me okay? All right, thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining the Good Life program for Healthy Aging, brought to you by UC Davis School of Medicine, the California Department of Health, the City of Oakland Parks and Recreation, and Aging Services. My name is Shanette. This is Let's Get Cooking, brought to you by The Good Life. Thank you all so much. Today we are making beet pasta sauce with rigatoni pasta. The recipe says that it takes about 10 to 15 minutes, but that's really just to do the sauce after you've prepared the rigatoni and the beets. And per my instructions yesterday, I advised you all to go ahead and get your beets started, because if you roast beets, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour. You can boil them, it's probably a little bit longer, about 15 to 20, 25 minutes, or steam them, which is going to be about the same.
Okay, well, fun fact, beets are highly nutritious and loaded with health promoting properties that can help support the health of your brain, heart, and digestive system. They're also a great addition to a balanced diet, boosting athletic performance, help alleviate inflammation, and possibly slow the growth of cancer cells.
All right, but for those of you all who did not get your beets together, I will go ahead and demonstrate how I'm going to cut them. But I'll tell you what I did with mine is when I got into the center today, I chopped them up and I drizzled them with a little bit of olive oil, sprinkled with a little bit of salt, and then I threw them into the oven at 400. And probably, and my beets have been roasting for about 45 minutes now, so they'll probably be good and ready in about 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate how I cut my beets. In addition, did everybody soak their cashews overnight? So we need those cashews soaked because we're going to use these raw cashews for our sauce, and they need to be really soft and ready to be blended up, okay? So if you have not, for some reason, if you missed those instructions yesterday, but I believe the instructions are in the recipe, you need to soak those cashews overnight or at least for a few hours, okay? All right, so I'm gonna put all of this stuff to the side. Let's go over the ingredients though. I almost forgot about the ingredients. So I'm gonna go over the ingredients and what we have, okay, for our beet pasta sauce, which I'm super excited about because it's gonna be pink, it's gonna be so cute. All right, so a couple of things of the equipment that we're gonna need. You're gonna need a pot, and depending on how you cook your beets, you may need a baking sheet or something if you roast them, or a pot if you steam or boil your beets, okay? Did everybody get the cooking instructions for beets yesterday after class? Good. All right. Thank you so much, Kelly and Naya, for taking care of that. Naya found that for you. All right. So we're going to go with, for our ingredients, we have 2 small beets, peeled and cooked and chopped. I don't peel my beets. I like this. So you can peel them or you cannot. You don't have to. 2 small beets cooked and chopped. 3/4 cup of cashews soaked overnight. 1/4 cup of coconut milk. 1/2 cup of vegetable broth or water. I have vegetable broth here. 2 cloves of garlic peeled. I personally told Irma to give you more garlic just in case you wanted more, because I like garlic and I know you all do too. 1/2 tablespoon of sea salt, which I have my sea salt here. 1 lemon juice. We have our lemon, 1 box of rigatoni, 1/2 cup of vegan feta, crumbled or cubed. So just a disclaimer, this feta is not vegan feta. For those of you all who picked up from us, it's just feta, okay? Regular old feta, not veganized, okay? All right. And then 1/2 cup of pistachio or walnuts. I actually went and grabbed, because I was like, I haven't had pistachios in a while. I went and grabbed a little bit, but I have the walnuts because we got walnuts for our for you all, but I went and grabbed some. All right. So one of the first things that we're gonna do is, because in order to make the sauce, we actually need the beets. And so I'm gonna, for those of you all who may just need to see some instruction, although my beets are already in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you how I chopped my beets. And just for the sake of argument.
Shanette,
Yeah.
this is a recipe for 4. Do you have a recommendation regarding the amount of rigatoni? Should we just make the whole recipe and it'll keep well in the refrigerator for the next day? Or should we split the rigatoni and save the sauce for the next day?
You know what? That's a really good point. So I really think because rigatoni is such a firm, hearty pasta, if you made the whole, if you just wanted to go ahead and like meal prep,
Okay.
you can go ahead and make it, and it will probably last in your refrigerator for 2 to 3 days, honestly. But if you don't, if you like your pasta like fresh, you can make the whole batch of sauce and just save the sauce and make the pasta fresh,
Good
and
idea.
then add the pasta, add the sauce to the pasta as you're eating it, and you can just have the pasta, and the sauce would probably last you about, I would say 3 to 4 days, as long as you kept it. You can actually freeze the sauce if you wanted to. You can make it and freeze the sauce also.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's also an option, okay?
Thank you. I used to make soy milk yogurt using cashews. And if you take a cup of boiling water, put it in a measuring cup, put your cashews in, the cashews will soften up in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, so there's an easy solution to that. Go ahead and put them in some boiling water, let them sit for about 10 minutes, and they'll soften up and they'll be ready to use. Okay, so for anybody that did not get an opportunity to soak their cashews, go ahead and boil yourself some water and soak them that way. Doris, why are you laughing? You forgot to soak your cashews, Doris? She did. All right, that's okay. We have solutions for that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel my beets and get ready to cut these beets up, just so I can show you the size that I cut mine in. So that would make it easier for them to cook a little bit faster, okay? So I'm just gonna peel the skin off of these beets. I think beets are some of the most beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous vegetables ever made. I cannot believe that I've gone mostly my whole life scared to eat beets. I didn't eat them until we had this class. So trust me, I'm right along with you guys on this food journey of learning new things. So I'm just taking a potato peeler and just peeling it off. And I feel like the potato peeler is best because the beets are so firm. Just make sure that you watch your fingers. I actually did not take the skin off the beets that I put in the oven because I was like, oh, that's fine. But once you actually roast them, the skin comes off really easy. So I'm just taking the skin off. And beets, look at my hands, like it's all over my hands already, but I don't mind because it's like a beautiful natural dye. Sometimes when I'm like cutting them, I almost feel like I can use it like on my lips as like a lip stain or a blush or something. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this beet in half. So you can make sure you mind your fingers, okay? All right, and can you guys see my chopping board? Is everything okay? Cutting that beet in half, and then I'm gonna take one half of that, and I'm gonna cut half that again. And this is a pretty small beet, so really all I have to do is half that. And if you can see the size, we just want them about that size, and they'll cook pretty fast. Oh my gosh. And so I'm just going to half that. So I'll take the other half and I'll just half and half it. So it just depends on the size of your beets. If it was a little bit bigger, I would cut it down a little bit smaller, but I think that's a pretty good size. So I'll do the same thing, cut that beet in half, take one half of your half and half it, and we're just gonna keep halving. We're just gonna keep breaking it down into smaller sizes. So take that half it, and then half each piece again. And now we have these nice size pieces, if you all can see that. Trying to find my camera. Okay, so that's a really good size. So now if you wanted to take those beets with that size and you wanted to boil them, if you want to roast them, but like I said, in order to roast the beets, you would have had to have put them into the oven at least 45 minutes ago if you wanted to cook, if you wanted to get everything done together with us. I'm just gonna move all this stuff to the side because I already have my stuff inside of the oven. And so that's how I prepared the beets, okay? And so what I did, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll show you how I actually did this. I'll throw this away. And I'm just gonna show you what I actually did. And I just drizzled it with some oil. Just get that in there. And then I sprinkled it with a little salt. Because I just realized, nowhere in this recipe did it say to put the beets. Really interesting. All right, well, my beets are cooked. So now we're gonna get our rigatoni going, okay? So basically for the rigatoni, you wanna put, depending on your pot size, you wanna get, so I have a pretty large pot. And you wanna make sure that, you know, your water is nice and plentiful. So it's probably gonna be like about 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my water. I already have about 4 cups in there.
Fun fact, did you guys know that beetroot juice helps protect the liver from oxidative damage and inflammation, all while increasing its natural detoxification enzymes? The vibrantly colored root and greens of the beetroot contain compounds that optimize lung function. Beetroot and beet greens are rich in nitrates, which have been shown to benefit lung function. Nitrates help relax blood vessels, reduce blood pressure, and optimize oxygen uptake.
Because one of the things we're gonna do is we're gonna reserve 1/3 cup of that water. I'm gonna go ahead and get my blender and everything ready to start blending up this sauce.
Okay, so for the instructions, it says in the blender, combine the cashews, beets, coconut milk, garlic, lemon juice, and salt until smooth. And for those ingredients, you will be using 2 small beets or whatever beets you have roasted, 3/4 cups of cashew, a 1/4 cup of coconut milk, 2 garlic cloves, a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 1 lemon juice, and yeah, that is it.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my cashews. So that's a 1/2 cup, and you may have gotten a little bit extra. I feel like maybe it's all right, so that's 3/4 cup of cashews, a 1/2 cup of 2 cloves of garlic. I keep forgetting to bring my lemon squeezy. You know, I learned another really cool way to keep the seeds out of your dish for squeezing a lemonade. You don't have one of those things that catches the seeds. You can actually make the lemon really soft, and if you have like a skewer that you use to like cook vegetables to make kebabs, you can poke a hole in the top of the lemon and squeeze it, and the juice will come out without any of the seeds. But I don't have a skewer either, so I'm just going to do my best to not get lemon seeds in here. And I also learned recently, as a fun fact, that if you take one of these lemon seeds, just one, all you need is one, which is quite a miracle of nature, and you soak it for about an hour, and then you put it in a paper towel and put it in a dark place for 3 or 4 days, it'll sprout, and then you take that sprout, you put a little pot, and you let that sprout grow until about 12 feet, then you put it in a bigger pot. That one seed will produce another 120 lemons. You can grow yourself a lemon tree. Probably takes a lot of patience, but you can. So you guys keep your seeds, okay? I always keep my seeds. At least I do. Get all these seeds coming out. So with all of these, what do I have here? 7 seeds. I can grow about 7 trees. Maybe not like the big trees that you put in the ground, but definitely one that you can put in a pot. All right, so I have my lemon juice, and now I'm gonna go ahead with my coconut milk, which I probably should have shook the can first, but it's okay, I'll stir it. It's very nice to mix it.
Is it possible if you could switch the microphone to your phone? because it's going in and out.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, so that probably is gonna take a little bit of time because I'm gonna have to.
In the meantime, I'll go ahead and state a few fun facts. Fun fact, lemon is rich in vitamin C, which helps in the production of collagen and boosts hair growth. It also stimulates hair follicles, which encourage hair growth and can aid in controlling hair loss. Fun fact, moisturizing the skin with coconut milk will make it supple while soothing away fine lines and wrinkles. Coconut milk is suitable for all skin types, including sensitive and oily skin. Due to its soothing and moisturizing properties, it can be used to treat dry and irritated skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis.
All right, sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, that doesn't work, and technical stuff should not be dealt with to this show. There's a part of me that feels like it's very possible that this recipe could be made with either cooked beets or non-cooked beets, but we're gonna see. Maybe we can try it both ways. I'm gonna throw my beets in. My beets are a little overcooked. Let's see. They're yummy. All right, I'm gonna blend. Look at that color. It's beautiful. Look, can you see how bright it is? Can you all see that? All right, so my water is now starting to boil, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in my rigatoni. All right, so the consistency of this, I'm not really sure how thick it's supposed to be, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend it again. While we're doing this. So the color is really pretty. So one of the things that I noticed about this recipe when I saw it, that it was really pink. So you can adjust, one of the things you can do is adjust the color based on how many beets, and if you want a little bit lighter. I feel like I want mine a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna add in a little bit more coconut milk. One of the things I feel like I did not put in here was the salt. So I'm gonna taste it and just taste it first before I start adding in salt, because I don't want it to be too salty. And I'm just gonna taste. Oh my God. That's so yummy. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try tasting again. Yeah, okay. So if you want more of that coconut kind of flavor to it, add more coconut. Wow. I'm really impressed right now. This is really good. All right, so the pasta water is gonna go back into the pot with the pasta sauce and the pasta after we drain the pasta.
Fun fact, cashews are known as acne-fighting nutrients. These nuts are high in psyllium, which acts as an antioxidant with vitamin E, leaving a hydrated skin and reduced inflammation. The presence of zinc promotes immune function for healing and cell growth that can help renew and replenish infected or damaged acne zones. Of all types of nuts, walnuts are amongst the most beneficial for reducing fatty liver disease. This is thanks to their higher antioxidants and fatty acid content. Walnuts have the most omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids, as well as polyphenol antioxidants. This omega-3 fatty acid rich nuts can cleanse your liver naturally by detoxifying ammonia. Also, walnuts are a good source of nutrients, a sleep enhancing amino acid that helps to make serotonin and melatonin, the body clock hormone that sets your sleep wake cycles.
So I'm gonna go ahead and drain my pasta. Now, if we have any more fun facts, please say them now. And make sure you save your water, okay? Save 1/3 cup of that pasta water. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to dip it in there, because there's a lot of
Fun
water.
fact, pistachios help make hair stronger and shinier. This is because it is rich in biotin. Biotin essentially helps combat hair loss and also nourishes dry hair by making the hair strands more flexible. You can either include pistachios in your diet as a snack or even make a pistachio hair mask.
All right, so I just pulled out 1/3 cup of my pasta water, which I'm just gonna sit to the side. And now I'm free to go ahead and drain my pasta, okay? So now you can keep going with your fun facts if you like, Ron.
Fun fact, pistachios, for instance, produce the greatest gamma wave response, which is critical for enhancing cognitive processing, information retention, learning, perception, and rapid eye movement during sleep. So not only is it good for your hair and your skin, it's good for your overall brain health.
All right, thank you. Yes, and we need lots of foods that are good for our brain health. That's really important. All right, so I drained my pasta. I did not rinse it because we want that sauce to stick. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that pasta back into my pot. And now I'm gonna take my sauce and add my sauce into the pot also. So I just remove just gonna kind of beat this over the pot. I don't use any of that sauce because it's super duper yum. I'm gonna take my rubber spatula and get all that sauce out of there. Now this is gonna be really, really quick. All right, so we're done there. And now I'm gonna add in my 1/3 cup of my pasta water. And turn my stove back on. And nice spoon, I can start stirring and mixing this around. And so essentially we want to get all of that pasta covered. I'm going to, I'm delayed, aren't I?
Yes, slightly.
Look at how pretty that is, it's so pretty. Look at that, that is beautiful. That is like, I can't even imagine making, I never in a million years would have thought about making a pasta sauce out of beets. I'm like, honestly and truly flabbergasted right now. We're just heating it back up, stirring it around. And we just need to heat it up for a little bit. It's actually really quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that pot off. And now I'm gonna serve. Give myself a clean bowl. And give myself a nice serving. All right, and then I'll bring you all back over here with me. All right, can you all still hear me? So this is what my pasta looks like. Look at that. And now we're just gonna garnish with our cheese. And if you have pistachios, with the pistachio. All right. If you have walnuts, you can throw your walnuts in there. I may just crack, because I have walnuts, I'll crack a couple of walnuts on here. And there's our finished product.
Shanette, I thought the cashews go into the blender.
No, the cashews go on as a garnish. They
Um,
go in the blender?
yes,
Huh?
you didn't add cashews. You added pistachios and walnuts on it. But yes, the cashews
Oh,
are.
I'm sorry, the pistachios. Yeah, the cashews go into the blender. I'm sorry. The
Okay.
cashews go into the blender with the sauce. The pistachios or walnuts go on
And the
top.
and the cashews and the walnuts go on top, right?
The pistachios and the walnut, or if you have pistachios or walnuts, if you got the ingredients from us, you got walnuts.
Okay.
But the cashews go in the blender with the sauce.
Okay, that's what I want to know. All right.
Yes. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate you as always for being so open to trying new things with me. We're all in this together, learning how to eat healthy, learning how to eat things that we've never eaten before, we don't traditionally eat, and just learning that all of these amazing vegetables and fruits are out there, all these different combinations of foods and healthy things, and how much nutritional value they have for our body and healing ourselves. Once again, our kitchen should be our healing space. Our kitchen should be our pharmacies, okay? So with that being said, you guys go off and enjoy the rest of your day. This is like one of the best pastas I think I've ever had in my whole life. I'm super excited about it. I will be trying it again. Hopefully I can get my kids to eat it. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. Maybe I can bribe them with something, at least to taste it. They have to at least try it. Once they try it, they're gonna like it. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining the Good Life program for Healthy Aging, brought to you by UC Davis School of Medicine, the City of Oakland Parks and Recreation and Aging Services, and the California Department of Health. My name is Shanette. Thank you to my lovely producer, Naya. Appreciate you and all of your fun facts. Thank all of you. And you guys go off and enjoy some of this beautiful weather. It is getting warm outside, which is my favorite time of year. I love the warmth because I'm a summer baby. All right, you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you later.